It's Mary Alice here with Change Your Aim, Change Your Life. And thank you everybody for different emails and wondering where I am and what's happening, and you knew that I moved and wanted to know more. So I'll be short and brief about that. As you know, I moved from Colorado to Portland, Oregon, and I arrived here July 19th, and today is September 13th, and it's been quite a journey. In the beginning, it was exactly what I needed to do, and it still is, and everything went smoothly, and even the selling of my home was in 3 days, and um, near full price, and it was just perfect in that I was allowed to have a 60-day escrow, and the moving process was, oh, I mean, it's arduous, it's hard, obviously, to move, but I was able to sell and get rid of a lot of things, and my younger daughter joined me because she has moved to Portland too, so we decided to do this together. So we did. And on the 18th of July, we packed up both our cars and drove out here. Took 2 days, stayed with my older daughter and her family, and it's been wonderful. We all get along. We all had a great time while we pursued learning our way around and um, going on outings and finding things to do and having fun and eventually finding a place to rent. So here I am, and you can see a different background than what you're used to. I'm in a lovely townhouse, a lot smaller than I'm used to, and had to deal with all kinds of things when I moved in. And to be honest with you, it was very hard. There were a lot of tears, a couple days of just crying, feelings of uncertainty and confusion and a lot of loss. And when we get out of our comfort zones, it's uncomfortable. We deal with some things that help us grow and learn more about ourselves and to stretch, and that's exactly what happened. I even questioned for a day or two, was I right to do this? What was I thinking? I don't want to be here. What's happening? And a lot of that was just a lot of different feelings that were coming up for me. Not only the move, but missing my family in Colorado, my grandsons and my son and daughter-in-law, and that transition, missing the familiar, all the stores I knew and loved, learning my ropes around here. I had some losses in the move, things the movers broke that were very special to me, family heirlooms and whatnot that, oh, just broke my heart, and I had to deal with that. And then realizing too, it was 1 year ago this time when I saw my mother alive for the last time, and she passed away last November. So there were a lot of different things that were coming up for me. I had to just sit and take time and allow myself just to cry, just to think, to write, to figure out, sort out all these feelings, and pray and meditate and ask God to help me. So that's exactly what I did. Sorry. Oh, that was just a quick text. I'm expecting an important phone call, but I've been trying to get this video done for 2 days. This is my 6th attempt. So I just want to plow through this because I really care. I really want to get this on. And I don't want to make this all about me and my move, but I just thank you for those who've asked me and curious and wanted to know. So it's been sunny since I landed here, and it's been great. I'm expecting to go through the rainy days, which is kind of like life, And for the most part, most weather isn't bad. There are some really bad weather, but for the most part, weather isn't bad. It's our attitude toward it. And one thing about people here in Portland is they never let the rain get them down. They just don't. They just go about their business and walk their babies and bike ride and jog and do their errands and whatever else they need to do. They don't let it stop them. So I'm going to take that on as my duty and challenge. I've been spoiled with having great weather. So this will be fine. That'll be good. Anyway, excuse me. I want to share with you again why I want to do this video as well. Something came to me in a big way yesterday. Just a side note, I don't share things or teach things with you that I don't do myself. So part of this whole transition for me of moving is really getting out of my comfort zone for a lot of different reasons. Some very personal, some practical, some that have to do with the business I want to create to help others. Just a lot of reasons to get out of my comfort zone. So I'm choosing to do that, and I chose to do that. As uncomfortable as it was, I feel like the past 3 days I can finally breathe and go, okay, I landed. I landed. I'm not in that middle jump of uncertainty. I've landed on the other side now, so I can breathe. And yesterday I was listening to a couple that I really admire. I love their work, Pam Hendrickson and Mike Koenigs. Major talent and geniuses in what they do. And not only that, they're heart-centered, beautiful people. So I really enjoy them and I like learning from them. So I was watching a webinar they had, and one of the things they mentioned, they were talking about, the elephant in the room, and it was in a business aspect. Well, as soon as they said that phrase, the elephant in the room, it's like everything went dark, and I had this vision, this picture, and I realized that the elephant is not always in the room. When it comes to the room, it's because that's that 2x4 in life that happens. But the elephant stomps around inside us before it enters the room, before it's so big and everyone else sees our flaws and mistakes and addictions and anger issues and crap and cynicism and whatever you want to put to it, because all of us are different and we all have our own dark sides and weaknesses. But that elephant stomps around inside us. And for many reasons, we develop this pattern of denial in us. So we have blinders on and we can't see it. Emotionally, we can't see it. So instead we go, well, that's just the way I am. I'm a hothead. I just get angry. That's just the way I am. I don't trust anybody. That's just the way I am. I'm just very shy. That's just the way I am. I'm cynical. That's just the way I am. I'm sexy and flaunt my body just because I want to all the time. That's just the way I am because this or that or the other thing. So whatever you want to put to it, we want to say that's just the way I am. The problem with that is twofold. One, sometimes just the way I am can create a type of life that might be successful on the outside for you, but on the inside it's not very good. So we think it's working for us. And the second part to it is we're stuck and we're not growing because we don't choose to deal with those issues in our life. And it takes a very brave, strong person to sit down and say, okay, I think I have some of these issues and I need help. I need to get a mentor, I need to get a counselor, I need to read some books, I need to figure out how can I step past this comfort zone, this protection I have of this issue. Cynicism. False humor. Humor when it's just plain disrespectful, mean. It's not humor that way. It's not like, oh, she's got a great sense of humor. It's a toxic humor, perhaps, and you use it because you pretend you're joking, but you're not. I know for me, when I was a lot younger, a really young adult, and things were coming up in my life. God was mirroring things for me that I could see how insecure I was. And because of that insecurity, that stemmed from massive low self-esteem. I was very, very shy and had no self-confidence. So this was the circle of insecurity, low self-esteem, no self-confidence, blah, 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 or the circle, circle, circle. And life happens. And this mirror was put in front of me. And I had a choice. And I could say, deal with this and understand why this is in your life. Or you can just go through life and say, well, that's just who I am. I'm just shy. And for me personally, that wasn't an option. I wanted to change, and I wanted to learn, and I wanted to grow, and I took that on. And thank God, because from that, the world opened up to me in many different ways and aspects. and it's been wonderful. Now, I challenge you, and I know this isn't a fun thing, this isn't a great lesson of, of just rah-rah, ziskumba, and you're awesome, and you're great, and you're talented, and go out there, and all those things are true. But we will only go so far as we allow ourselves, and we have limitations in us that if we don't look at them, they will continue to hold us down. They will continue to press your aim down, and that's not the option we want. We don't want to press our aim down, we want to bring it up, right? We want to change our aim. So I just want to encourage you to do that. I want to ask you to take time to be aware throughout your day. Be aware. Just take note of how other people might respond to you. Instead of taking offense or being defensive, learn from that. Maybe there's something about you that needs a little tweak, a little change, a little more tenderness, a little more love, a little more self-care, a little more self-confidence, a little more giving, less anger, less defensiveness, less judgment. Just think about those things. Just be aware. Take note. And seriously, spiritually, ask God how you can change, how you can be made aware. Because once we ask, those doors are open and we can see more clearly and change. And we need help doing it. I know in my life I am blessed with incredible friends. I mean, a handful of friends that I've known for a very long time. And we love each other very much, and we have a good time when we are together. Unfortunately, we're all out of different states, and it's hard. But when we're together, and I need my butt kicked about something, they do it. But they do it in love, and I trust them. So I understand it's not criticism. It's helping me see things in a different way so I can grow and learn. And we need that. And I hope you have that in your life. Perhaps there are people that you trust that you can ask. But don't let that elephant keep rampaging inside you. The goal is to have peace in our life. And it's hard to hear that inner peace. It's hard to connect with it when we're always defensive about who we are. Or that's just the way I am. Because I can tell you, God doesn't create us just to be angry, just to be shy, just to have low self-esteem, or anything else you want to attach to it. That's not why we were created. And you were created to have your light shine. So let's lift that aim. Let's get the stuff out of us. Let's get rid of the elephant. Let's have it dissolve and not land up in the room where people see it. Because we know when we see other people's elephants in the room, no one talks about it. But when old Uncle Al comes in town and he's drunker than drunk, swearing like a sailor at the dinner table, and no one wants to confront it, or Auntie Sue, who's hyped up on pills, but no one will confront her with it, but that elephant sure is all around in that room. Well, I can tell you that elephant used to be inside those people, just like it's inside us. Let's not feed it so it gets bigger and lands on the outside. Let's deal with it on the inside. Let's get rid of it and put it in its place, out in the jungle where it belongs. I love all of you so much, and I thank you, and I hope you're having a good day. And I will be doing more vlogs soon. And the other thing is, pardon me while I look down, I'm going to be revamping my website, which is really important to me, so I'll be doing that. The welcome page will be new video, new content. I'd love for you to share any of my videos with people. It's full of content. It's full of things that I teach in my workshop. I had plans to remember do the seminar work in Denver. That never happened. Going to Burbank. It's still possible, not sure. Planning to maybe even do it on a recorded format so it's available to everybody. But my goal is to do it with a room full of people. The living room effect is what I call it, is amazing. I want to do that. It's my heart's desire. When you're one-on-one with women in the room and we're all together and we're all in this boat together and we all want to change and learn and grow, be the best that we can be. It's so igniting and it's so exciting and it just is enlightening and encouraging. And the best part is transformational. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. Okay, everybody, you have a great day. Enjoy your summer, what's left, and take care. God bless.